when they start slipping over this way, out the way of the right, he'll bring that up.
And this one is important. When the arm goes around the neck here, Tom needs this arm to defend.
Welcome to Tom Aspinall's Fight Lab. I'm Adam Catterall. It is a pleasure to be in your company as we get stuck into a fantastic fight coming to you from Abu Dhabi as Robert Whittaker takes on Reinier de Ridder. The champion's here, Tom Aspinall. And check this out. We've got the skyscraper in the house. That's right, the one and only Mr. Stefan Struve. Here's your breakdown. Right, the boys, let's get stuck in to our main event for this prime time event where Robert Whittaker is going to be taking on Reinier de Ridder. But first, welcome to the Fight Lab, mate.
Thank you.
How are you?
Good to be here, yeah. Looking forward to it.
What's the buzz like in Holland about this fight? Obviously, with Reinier de Ridder coming into the UFC, he's made a big splash. 3-0, doing extremely well, full of finishes as well. What's the vibe like over there?
Yeah, very excited because it's been a while since we had someone as a contender in the UFC. We come from a time where we had Alistair Overeem, Gegard Mousasi, myself, Jermaine Durandamy, and then for a while we had nothing. Reinier has been in the UFC for 8 months, 3 wins. He's got a very big fight, could earn him a title fight, so yeah, we're very excited.
And he's finishing people as well, mate.
Yeah.
He's looked great since he's been in the UFC. Big step up fighter, former champion now, ranked 5th in the world. It's interesting to see where guys are both at in this point in the career.
It feels like, I don't know where you guys are at, that this is Rob kind of defending his place.
Definitely is.
In the division, with this guy, Reinier, trying to prove that he is what a lot of people are saying that he is.
Yeah, 100%, and a lot of people are writing Rob off after that last fight with Chimaev, but, you know, there was a freak accident that happened. He was doing all the right things, in my opinion, and for Reinier, the way he showed up in his last fight improved. The first time we've seen him in the stand-up, he was confident, he was aggressive, he was really trying to finish his opponent well. Normally he's always trying for the takedowns, looking for the takedowns, and Rob is an incredible striker. So how is that going to work out for this fight? I'm very, very excited to find out.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk us through Robert Whittaker's fighting style, mate?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit worried showing it on Steph because he is great with the head kicks, and I don't know if I've got that flexibility.
Can you get it up?
But we'll try.
Go on, have a go, have a go.
We'll try. I think something that Rob does really well is distance management. So he has that kind of hoppy little style where he'll fire a lot off the back leg. But I think something that he does really well is close the distance between being like outside a kicking range and then being into boxing range here. So he'll be a lot hopping and then he'll come in with the right, but also what he does really well is when his opponents start timing the right and they start slipping over this way, similar to what kind of a prime TJ Dillashaw did, is he'll throw the right with the right kicks right behind it. So when they start slipping over this way, out the way of the right, he'll bring that up. I ain't gonna get that on Stefan, I'll be honest, but he brings that around the outside of the peripheral vision this way and starts to chop with this, not to mention, great grappler. He's great everywhere, do you know what I mean? He's a former champion, so he's great at everything, but I think what he does the best is the distance control, in and out movement and dive it. Like he's got a little bit of a kind of karate kickboxing style where he'll be outside of range and blitz in, blitz back out, this kind of thing.
Is he throwing that hand as a disguise for the kick, or is he throwing it to land?
A little bit of both, I think.
Okay.
If you look even at his body stance here, look, the hands are low.
Yeah.
But the hands are okay to be low there because of the distance in between them, the miles in between them. And then all of a sudden, look, he's got both his legs facing forward, so this blitz can be really quick. So he'll go from the outside to stepping in fast, which is something that catches, see this kind of thing that he's doing, this catches opponents off guard a lot, especially when you're fighting more of a flat-footed guy like Marvin Vettori.
He uses one step to throw a punch and a kick. So it's the left jab and he steps, and then for the punch and the kick, he uses one big step to hide it, so you don't know what's coming. And he does it after throwing that right hand a couple times already, so you expect the right hand, then you get met with that beautiful head kick. And he does that against Aliskerov as well. And one thing I want to point out for this, when I was watching this event, he was in the locker room, he was warming up, and he was drilling this situation where he hurt Aliskerov, because Aliskerov, when people come in, he lifts his leg like he's doing right here. And Rob does a great job, as you say, Tom, at covering the distance, and he sent a missile his way. And
this is, for me, this is like classic UFC matchmaking. It's, let's see where the new guy is at.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He's had a couple of wins, he's fought a couple of unranked guys, he's looked really good, he's got finishes, he's got all the rest of it. Let's see what he's like against a genuine contender, and also let's see where Rob's at. Is Rob on the slide now, or has he just been unlucky in his last couple?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you say, he fought Khamzat Chimaev, took a loss, didn't really get into the fight at all.
Yeah.
Does that mean he's done? Not necessarily, but we'll see this time. This is the fight where we see where Rob is really at.
I don't think there's anybody like Chimaev. When he hit the back of Robert Whittaker, he went for the face crank.
Yeah.
And you use that normally for guys to give away their neck,
Yeah.
or when they are like getting out of that position. Rob was doing the right things, but then obviously he had an issue with his teeth.
Yeah.
And my thought is that if he didn't have that issue, he would have ended up underneath Chimaev, but of course the teeth ended the fight.
We've seen things like this in the past where we had Benoit Saint-Denis against Dustin.
Yeah.
A little bit too much for Benoit at that particular point. We've seen people from outside coming into the UFC, the likes of the Pitbulls coming against Yair, a little bit too much. This is a big test for Reinier de Ridder, and I'm looking forward to seeing how, firstly, Rob handles it, but also how Reinier handles this as well, because he's made a big splash. There's a lot of noise about him in Holland. This kind of solidifies whether he is what a lot of people are saying that he is.
This is what I want to point out, 6'4" for middleweight. And I believe fight night, he weighs around 210 pounds.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Big.
When he is able to close the distance, that's the biggest if for me. Can he close the distance on Robert Whittaker, who's got incredible movement? But if he is able to close the distance and get into the clinch, he's got so many weapons there. More weapons now with the knees, as you showed against Nickel. So it's going to be really interesting when that happens.
Exciting times. Come on, boys. Talk me through Reinier de Ridder's style.
I'll leave it to Steph. Steph's got them long legs. He's similar, like a bigger version of RDR. What are you going to do, Steph? You going to triangle me?
I'm going to put you in a body triangle.
Okay.
I'm probably the first person who's able to do that. And then we're also going to show the finish with Meerschaert, I think, the arm triangle.
Perfect. Perfect.
Okay.
I'll leave it to you, lads, to take over the mat. Go for it.
So what's interesting with him, with Reinier, once he closes the distance, he's got unorthodox takedowns, right? He doesn't really mind giving away his back if he can search for the takedown. So when he gets in the clinch and he's got an underhook, what he did very well against Meerschaert was get his arm up. And normally, like, nobody does that because they're afraid they're going to take the back. He's fine if people are going to go there because he doesn't, mind going to the ground and then find a way to get on top. He goes here with his arm so that he can bring his head over his hips. And then he hooks the leg and he takes him down like that. Puts him on his back. And then, of course, his submissions are fantastic. He does a great job using his long legs. And I'm going to put a body triangle on Tom, probably the first time that has ever happened. So he does a good job on staying on top. You want to show the tripod as well, the way he switches?
You want me to go up to the tripod?
Yeah, sure, let's try it.
So you want me to start there?
Yeah, let's do it.
Right.
So normally when people go there, it's really difficult to stay on the top, but he uses his long legs to keep connected, and he uses a Kimura grip on that side. So he's on with his legs on one side, and then over here he goes kind of like this. He's here, and then he rolls him over like this. And what he does really well, then a lot of people need to use their hands to get a body triangle. I need to do it now too, but he's that weight champ. You go here, right? And this one is important because when the arm goes around the neck here, Tom needs this arm to defend. When my arm is here, you cannot defend with the right. So if I get this one here, and then I get this one free, Tom is not able to get that grip anymore. And he does that against Kevin Holland. It's beautiful. And he's so quick with it, so smooth with it. And then the other submission he does against Gerald Meerschaert, he gets on top, he gets full mount. Same thing, he gets one hook in, he gets one arm here, and what's different about his arm triangle is when he gets it locked in, normally people go to the side. But if Tom rolls to his side and he escapes, he's gone. He can take my back, I need to get back on top of him. What he does very well against Meerschaert, he locks the arm triangle here, he locks his hands, and he drops to a hip, but he gives the right leg over, and then he starts to squeeze. So even if I don't get the arm triangle there, I'm still in full mount.
He must have some serious power to be able to finish it from there without moving his legs off the side.
It's power and it's the long arms. It's easy to lock it in. What's most important is that, in this case, Tom's neck is right here with my arm. So when I bend it here, there's a lot of pressure on his neck. So I'm here, I go to my hip, I keep my leg over him and then squeeze. And of course it was the third round. So Meerschaert was exhausted.
Yeah.
He scored his first beautiful submission in the UFC.
So because of the long arms, he's got a really tight biting point.
Yeah.
And he can sink that in.
And he sets his submissions up in a different way. It's really difficult to defend against a tall guy like that.
Just explain a minute or two ago where you were talking about some people obviously wouldn't use their arms in certain positions because they're afraid of the back going. But he uses a lot of judo throws in what he's doing.
And it's different when you defend takedowns in a way, and most people defend takedowns in the same way because they are used to defending takedowns against wrestlers.
Yeah.
There's not a ton of judo guys in MMA, so if you defend a certain way and you expect a takedown to come a certain way, you actually give openings to judo guys, and they can make the most of it, especially with his long arms and his long legs. He's got throws, he got trips, hooks, so it's beautiful to watch.
Shall we have a look at it?
Let's watch it.
Because that was a fantastic demonstration, so let's have a look at it in action. Go on. And he's only been here for a short period of time. He's made a massive splash, and it's not just necessarily navigating fights, he's finishing people too, which is extremely exciting.
And it's a beautiful way to land the jab and go to that single, and no offense at all from Kevin Holland. And same thing, he doesn't mind being in the guard, he's not afraid to be in positions where he can get triangle.
I was there in London when Kevin Holland fought Gunnar Nelson.
Yeah.
And he out-grappled him. He out-grappled Gunnar Nelson, and then you get a guy like RDR who's coming in and just schooling Kevin Holland. Like, he shows the level that he's at with his grappling. When we're talking about his striking, he can really let go in his striking because he doesn't care about getting taken down and being on his back. Like, if anything, he kind of wants that in a way. The stuff that he's doing there, it takes minimal effort as well. Like a lot of the double legs and single legs, like if you miss him, you're gassed, you're tired.
Yeah.
Whereas this kind of stuff, it's just body weight and body mechanics, and the way he's manoeuvring himself and his opponent is really smart.
The way he takes the back and then, you know, pushes down with all that weight on top of him, and you see he stays in full mount. So even when Meerschaert escapes from the arm triangle, he's got the arm triangle locked, but he stays in full mount. He's safe, and the knees were the story of the fight against Bo Nickel, of course.
Yeah, this was nice.
The first one, he hit him already, and Tom, as you know, if you are hurt on the body, the one thing you do not want is get hurt again.
More knees to the body.
You go down.
Yeah.
And over here, he doesn't know what to do, what to defend. Defending the body, defending the head. And this was all or nothing for Nickel.
That was horrendous.
He catched him with the left, but then the knee.
Oof.
So that was everything Nickel had left. He threw in that punch, but at the same time, because he steps in and throws that punch, he walks into the knee. Beautiful performance.
Yeah, really interesting style. I think a lot of the time, from those close ranges, people aren't comfortable throwing knees because they don't want to get the leg caught and get put on the back. This guy's happy to be on his back, man. Like, this is why you see a lot of techniques that you don't see too much in MMA, like close range knees, close range body shots and stuff, because people don't want to be in those ranges because they don't want to get taken down. RDR's happy to be taken down, and he's got so many good submissions. He's really good.
The way that you two have just broken that down, it feels like that this is a thinking man's fight. There's a lot of IQ on display. Different styles, but a lot of IQ here.
I'm very curious to see how it's going to play out. We all know that if Reinier is able to close the distance and take him down, he can submit anybody in the world. Tom, you train with him. He's unique. He's very good off of his back. When he's on top of you, he's really good with his body triangles and able to keep position. But closing that distance, that's the biggest question I have for RDR. Is he quick enough to use his striking to set up his takedowns, or get in the clinch? Because in the clinch he's really good. Whittaker is maybe the best in the world at distance management. He's phenomenal, and he's able to use it not only defensively, he's able to use it offensively, set up that head kick, set up that big right hand where he hurt Ali Skarov with. So it's going to be a beautiful thing to watch.
So there you have it. That's how your main event looks this weekend in Abu Dhabi. Robert Whittaker taking on Reinier de Ridder. Should be an absolute cracking fight in the middleweight division. Mr. Struve, thank you very much for the analysis.
Thank you.
Awesome breakdown, mate.
Thank you.
Well
appreciate
done,
it.
Champ.
Thank you.
Top man. See you next time.
See you next time.
In the Fight Lab. Make sure you come and join us this weekend. Eurosport and HBO Max are your destination. 8 p.m. is when we get underway. Enjoy the fights.